Bet you didn't know that lettuce had iron. And it does. The more you know. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to answer everyone's favorite question that everyone loves to ask me on a daily basis, and that is, why am I vegan? What made me turn into a vegan? Why did I choose veganism? Why did I decide that it was okay to stop intaking all this dairy, eggs, and meat and all that stuff? Okay, well, of course there is the whole entire animal aspect of it, like the animal cruelty, like it's not okay to kill animals and all that stuff. That does play a big role in it. However, the main reason as to why I became vegan is because not a lot of people know this. Just a few friends from back home and a few friends from here in the Dominican Republic and my family, is that I suffer from rheumatoid arthritis. And yes, young people can get it too. It's not just something that people, when they turn 65 and up, they start getting it. No, young people get it too, because I've been suffering with this since I was about 8 years old, and I'm going to turn 20 soon, so that's life for you. For those that do not know what rheumatoid arthritis is, it's the type of arthritis that attacks its own tissues, in many cases joints, and sometimes it attacks the organs as well, and yeah, that's not fun, that's not good. That's not good whatsoever. So I suffer a lot from a lot of inflammation in my joints because I have it in both my knees, my left ankle, my back, and apparently it's starting to come into my arms. I don't know, like that's still going under investigation. Between January 2018 to May or early June, I became vegan July 14th, 2018. So around January until then, I was under a lot of investigation as to what do I do, because it was so painful. And that's one of the reasons why I moved to this country, is because I don't have to deal with cold weather or the snow from back in Pennsylvania, right? So once I started to experience this pain, I was so depressed because I couldn't even get up from bed. And when I was in college and I would have class at the 3rd floor and I would have to go to the 1st floor, that was the whole entire journey. It was not easy for me. Like, I would seriously start to cry because I was like, okay, I can't be like a normal person and go down the steps like everyone else. That's not fun. That's not a good thought. You know what I mean? It was so painful that I started to experience pain all over my body, and I was like, okay, nope, I can't do this. I'm gonna have to find a doctor now to see what's going on with my arthritis. Well, I found a really good doctor, and I kept going under studies, because if you have arthritis, that's just like, okay, why don't you just take a urine test and a blood test and we'll figure out what's wrong. No, you have to continue a process of taking a lot of lab tests. And a lot of people don't understand. They're like, oh yeah, well, if you have arthritis, why are you always in the hospital taking a bunch of tests? Because that's what you gotta do when you're sick. Like, this ain't just a cold that you can just take some cold flu medication and call it a day. No, you have to get to the bottom of it. Go inside, your system, and see what's going on. Because this arthritis, like, it's not just like a cold that you can just take some cough medicine. No, there's more to it. As I kept doing the studies, my doctor has been telling me, listen, you're gonna have to figure out your diet plan, because a lot of food that you intake affects arthritis. And I told my doctor, yes, I've noticed that when I eat meat, the inflammation starts to begin, and it is so painful. But if I go a week without meat, I've noticed that I don't have pain. And then my doctor was like, okay, well, stop eating red meat, because red meat affects arthritis, and this, like, he was telling me basically what I grew up knowing, like, you can't have this, you can't have that. And then I was like, okay, you know what, whatever. But this time I took it really serious, because I'm telling you, I haven't felt this bad with my arthritis pain since, like, I first figured out that I have arthritis when I was like 8 years old. So I kept undergoing investigation. I'm like, okay, what can I do? And thank God for technology, I figured out that veganism is the way to go. And I looked up a bunch of health documentaries, especially those that are on Netflix. If you're thinking about becoming vegan, watch those. However, do not just think that they're the only source of information, okay? And I heard so many stories about, oh yes, these people that suffer from arthritis feel better once they become vegan. And I'm like, okay, you know what, let's try that. So I had to, stop eating meat, dairy, and eggs. And for me, personally, I was okay with doing that overnight. I like woke up and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just stop eating all this. Like, it didn't bother me. For some people, it's little by little. Like, I actually help people transition into veganism. And I'm just like, okay, look, if you can't quit everything cold turkey like I can, just start little by little in a process. And if you're interested, I can make a whole entire separate video explaining the process of turning into a vegan and stuff, if you're interested in that. Basically, that's why I turned vegan. And a lot of people ask me, is it hard to be a vegan here in the Dominican Republic? And to be honest, it's really not. However, I can understand why, because everyone here is all about their salami and their meat and their pig and their cheese. But it's for my health. I mean, if it's for my health and I'm taking this seriously and I don't want to feel that bad again, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure that I don't need to consume any of that in my system. And no, I am not sick. Like, I do not have anemia. My iron is not low. My levels checked all the time, so I know what I'm talking about, okay? My doctor even told me that my anemic level is like, it's great. I even spoke to my doctor about it, and I told him, look, I'm doing a veganism diet. Like, this is this, and that. And then I checked my levels beforehand, and then I checked my levels after. And I was pretty healthy before I did the whole entire veganism thing. The only thing is, like, I was suffering from a lot of pain, and my vitamin D was super duper low. Like, it was basically non-existent in my system. And then I got my levels checked after, and my doctor told me that my health is great, like on the inside. Like, my diet is perfectly fine. I don't have to worry about the whole entire, like, oh no, veganism is gonna make me sick. I do get a lot of iron in my system, and I do get a lot of protein. In the beginning, I did like a whole bunch of protein shakes with like this vegan protein, and it's just really easy to like intake protein in your system. Just do a bunch of research. One thing is that I do not know if I will be a vegan for the rest of my life, because a lot of people are like, but don't you miss chicken nuggets and pizza and this and that? There are vegan alternatives, my people, okay? However, I don't know if I will stay vegan for the rest of my life, because I can't be a hypocrite and say, oh no, do not eat chicken nuggets and do not eat this, this, and this, and this, and that, because you're killing animals and all that stuff. Because, dude, before July 14th, 2018, I was eating my fried chicken from, KFC. I was eating some pepperoni pizza. I was eating cheese. I was eating all that stuff, and I liked it. Like, I don't regret it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe I ever took that into my system. Or, oh no, I killed the animal. No, okay, I'm not gonna. Because for me personally, that sounds a bit like a hypocrite if I go around telling people, listen, you have to be a vegan because this and this and that. No, you can eat whatever you want. I personally am not going to, because of my health, and of course, the animals, because I cry. I really do cry. But yeah, I do not know if I'm going to be vegan for the rest of my life. However, I would like to, but if one day I become a vegetarian or neither of them whatsoever, then I'm not gonna like cry about it. You know what I mean? I apologize deeply for the vegans out there that really do take this super duper seriously because of the animal rights and this and a bunch of other reasons, but I am mainly doing this for my health. I haven't had pain since I became vegan. Literally, I am astonished, because after all these years growing up with arthritis, the one thing that was so helpful was becoming vegan. And I only wish that I became vegan many years ago. That is why I am a vegan. I hope I answered your question for those that are constantly asking me. And if you want to see more vegan related videos, I would be more than glad to do so, because you guys are always filling up my inbox with a bunch of vegan questions, and I think a video would be more easier since everyone basically asks the same thing. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video.